share as the church building. I mean, that's what it was. That's where the churches were, because they didn't have church buildings. They met in homes. And there were people who were coming who were slaves. So their clothes, even at the best of their clothes, probably, they're threadbare, I imagine. And so there was this rich culture of things going on. But the important thing was you came together. Yeah. And you made accommodations. I'll get off my body horse in just a minute. I want to put one foot on just for a moment. When we look at ourselves and try to establish rules, we need to think about what was it like in the first century, because that's when it all began, right? We can't be first century because we're 21st century, but we got to understand what was going on. The reality is, in the first century, most congregations met at nighttime because you worked during the daylight hours. You know, if you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. You couldn't go to your master and say, hey, you mind if I take Sunday off and go to church? No. Yeah, he did mind. And you couldn't do that. And so they worshiped after they had been working for 12 hours. Then they came. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. You couldn't go to your master and say, hey, 7 days a week. There was no 5-day week back then. Yeah, he did. It was a 7-day week. And you couldn't do that. Well, and so still going they worshipped after they had been working for 12 hours. It makes me lose. Then they came. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. You couldn't go to your master and say, hey, 7 days a week. There was no 5-day week. This is all time. Yeah, he did. It was a 7-day week. And you couldn't do that. Old timers, maybe. So we need to be aware of that been working for 12 hours. It makes me lose. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. You couldn't go to your master and say, hey, 7 days a week. There was no 5-day week. Yeah, he did. It was a 7-day. And you couldn't do that. Paul comes in. So we need to be aware of that been working at nighttime for 12 hours. And if you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. You couldn't go to your master and say, 7 days a week. There was no 5 days. Yeah, he did. It was a 7-day. And you couldn't do that. Well, let's just keep on going. So we need to be aware of the warning that started on the 12 congregation. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. You couldn't go to your master and say, 7 days a week. There was no 5 days. Yeah, he did. It was a 7-day. And then you go to side. Let's just keep on going. So we need to be aware of the warning that started on the 12 congregation. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. 7 days a week. There was no 5 days. You didn't catch it the first time. And then you go to side. As we go on. So we need to be aware of the warning that started on the 12 congregation. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. 7 days a week. There was no 5 days. You didn't catch it the first time. And then you go to side. As we go on. So we need to be aware of the warning that started on the 12 congregation. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. 7 days a week. There was no 5 days. You didn't catch it the first time. And then you go to side. As we go on. So we need to be aware of the warning that started on the 12 congregation. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. 7 days a week. There was no 5 days. You didn't catch it the first time. And then you go to side. As we go on. So we need to be aware of the warning that started on the 12 congregation. If you were a slave, you didn't get off till the sun went down. This poor brain's going. 7 days a week. There was no 5 days. You didn't catch it the first time. And then you go to side. As we go on. So we need to be aware